Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the international press, representatives of partner nations, policy analysts, and members of the global public, I thank you for gathering here today. We are present at a moment of profound significance, one that touches not only the fate of a single nation, but the principles of transparency, sovereignty, responsibility, and international cooperation. Today, I stand before you to address an issue that has stirred debate, generated serious investigation, and sparked discussions in diplomatic corridors across continents. That issue concerns the management and export of gold resources in the nation of Burkina Faso and the conduct of its current leadership, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Let me begin by stating what must always remain central. Burkina Faso is a sovereign state, and its people deserve dignity, stability, and economic prosperity. No foreign government, mine, corporate, or external interest has a moral or legal right to deny the Burkina people ownership of their natural wealth. Africa's resources belong first and always to Africans themselves. This principle is not just philosophical, it is codified in international law, protected under the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, and recognized in most international economic frameworks. However, sovereignty is not a shield that allows the mismanagement, concealment, or unlawful sale of a nation's mineral wealth for the benefit of a small circle of power. Sovereignty does not excuse bypassing lawful oversight, and sovereignty does not justify actions that, if confirmed, may divert national wealth away from public development and into private or military channels. Today, I speak not to undermine Burkina Faso. Rather, I speak in defense of its people, its institutions, and its future. Gold is Burkina Faso's most strategic natural resource. It represents over 70% of national export revenue. In many rural communities, gold revenues determine whether children attend school or work in mines, whether healthcare clinics open or remain shuttered, whether food is affordable or scarce. When the economy of a country depends so heavily on one resource, the management of that resource must be transparent, accountable, and regulated. If gold wealth is diverted from the national treasury, the consequences are not abstract. They are experienced directly by mothers seeking medicine, by youth seeking employment, and by farmers struggling to survive economic pressure. Therefore, the question of gold revenue is not merely economic, it is moral. Over the past year, multiple intelligence reports, financial transaction analyses, and testimonies from both former government officials and international monitoring bodies have raised the following concerns. 1. Unregistered gold exports allegedly transported without state documentation. 2. Unreported revenue streams that do not appear in government fiscal records. 3. Private agreements with foreign military contractors receiving gold instead of monetary payment. 4. Rapid expansion of military procurement spending without public accounting. Let me be clear. These concerns do not equal guilt. Accusations are not convictions. Claims must be tested through lawful investigation and transparent evidence review. But concerns of this magnitude cannot be ignored. The management of mineral resources is not solely a domestic matter. Under the following frameworks: the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme, the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, EITI, the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, Regional Anti-Smuggling Protocols of ECOWAS and the African Union. States are obligated to ensure that natural resource exports are traceable, documented, and used for public economic benefit. If a government, any government, allows state resources to be extracted and routed through unaccounted channels, this is not merely an internal political matter. It becomes a regional financial security issue, affecting currency stability, trade equity, and resource sovereignty in neighboring countries. Thus, the international community has both the right and the responsibility to request clarity. Captain Traore, I speak now to you directly, not as an adversary, but as a fellow servant of your people's future. You have risen to leadership during a moment of crisis. Your nation has faced insurgency, foreign interference, economic pressure, and humanitarian challenges. Many of your supporters admire your defiance, your vigor, your call for independence. Many young people in Africa see you as a symbol of resistance and national pride, but symbols must be strengthened by transparency. not secrecy. Leadership requires accountability, not concealment. If you believe the accusations against you are false, as you have publicly stated, then the clearest path forward is not rejection, not silence, not accusation, but cooperation with lawful financial review mechanisms. When a leader opens the books, he does not lose power, he gains legitimacy. Some have argued that foreign nations, including my own, speak about these matters to secure influence or resources. Let me clarify. The United States, the European Union, ECOWAS members, and multiple African states have clearly stated their shared position. The wealth of Africa must remain in Africa. We do not seek to take your resources. We do seek to ensure that your resources benefit your people, not external actors or private networks wielding influence through coercion, secrecy, or armed power. If the accusations are false, transparency will prove them false. If the accusations contain truth, transparency will allow the people of Burkina Faso to correct course and reclaim what is theirs. This moment should not become a platform for hostility. We do not seek to weaken Burkina Faso. We do not seek regime change. We do not seek confrontation. We seek clarity, accountability, and the protection of national wealth for future generations. Let us reject the language of threats. Let us reject the idea that every diplomatic request is a colonial shadow. Let us reject the belief that scrutiny equals oppression. Accountability is not foreign interference. Accountability is governance. Burkina Faso is a proud nation. Its people are strong, resilient, and dignified. They have endured drought, war, political instability, and economic hardship, and yet they have never surrendered their hope or identity. To the people of Burkina Faso, your future belongs to you. Your goal belongs to you. Your land, your dignity, your sovereignty belong to you. To President Traore, lead with transparency and the world will respect your sovereignty. Lead with secrecy and suspicion will follow. The choice remains in your hands. To the international community, let us pursue accountability without arrogance, cooperation without dominance, and diplomacy without threats. Let us choose truth over assumption, stewardship over exploitation, peace over conflict. Thank you.